I'll start with a quick review for this book, The Primate's Memoir. I'm going to give this book 3 out of 5. Barely even a 3, I think. There is not that much information or things to learn from the book. However, it's somewhat engaging. I would read it more as a memoir, not as I thought it's more about primates. There is some information about primates, but most of it is about his own life, his personal life. Some of it is more engaging than other parts. So it's not a very good book. So it could be a 3. I might even be a 2. Wouldn't necessarily recommend, but if you are interested in primates, there is some information there, even though not a complete overview of it, I would say. And just about his own life, which is somewhat interesting to read because he was living in Africa there and he had a lot of challenges along the way. So he goes through everything about that happened. But overall, if you're looking for information, which is what I thought it would be, I didn't get as much out of it. Let's see the notes. The baboons quickly learned the techniques of darting and were avoiding him. So they learned that he's darting them, and they also learned how, and eventually they just avoid him because they knew that it's coming. Lions have actually low success rate in hunting as they usually scare off smaller predators. They're not very successful hunters, lions. What they do is basically scavenge or scare off smaller predators that are more successful than them and just taking what others successfully catched. Side note, there are more stories about his personal life than anything else. A lot of stories about his personal life. Again, if it's only a memoir, that would be okay, but I thought it's more a primate memoir and less about his own life, which again could be interesting, but wasn't as interesting. Low-ranking males have higher stress hormones levels, so they do present higher levels of stress hormones because they're lower in the hierarchy. Grooming is more important than rank for survival because grooming is basically forming alliances, having friends, having allies, and therefore it's more important than rank for survival. Besides that, a rank, if you're higher rank, usually there is more competition and you eventually would get eliminated by the competition. People there, that's the last one, people there didn't know what ice is and let alone what dry ice is. And they were amazed by it. That's interesting to see that different parts of the globe have different notions of things, and they didn't have much ice, I'm sure, right? It's now better, but still. And they were amazed by the dry ice. They were just like, what is that? He has a whole story about it, but it's interesting to see. And that's it for the notes. Again, there's some interesting parts, but not very much of it. That's why it's a 3 out of 5, and that's being gracious. Thank you.